The day after the ambush, Tom went into a frenzy into a neighboring village, killing children, shooting an innocent farmer, and raping a Vietnamese woman. After that, it became truly impossible for him to go home again in any meaningful way. How can you face your sweetheart and tell her that you brutally raped a woman just like her? How can you watch your son take his first steps when you are reminded of the child that you murdered? Tom experienced the death of Alex as a part of himself that forever was destroyed, the part that was good, honorable, and trustworthy. Trauma, whether it is a result of something done to you or something you have yourself done, almost always makes it difficult to engage in intimate relationships after you have experienced something so unspeakable. How do you learn to trust yourself or anyone else again? Or conversely, how can you surrender to an intimate relationship after you have been brutally violated? Tom kept showing up faithfully for his appointments, as I had become for him a lifeline, a father that he never had, and Alex who survived the ambush. It takes enormous trust and courage to allow yourself to remember. One of the hardest things for traumatized people to confront is their shame about the way they had behaved during a traumatic episode, whether it is objectively warranted, as in the commission of atrocities, or not, as in the commission of a child who tries to placate her abuser. One of the first people to write about this phenomenon was Sarah Haley, who occupied an office next to mine at the VA clinic. In an article entitled "When the Patient Reports Atrocities," which became a major impetus for the ultimate creation of the PTSD diagnosis, she discussed the well-nigh intolerable difficulty of talking about and listening to the horrendous acts that are often committed by soldiers in the course of their war experiences. It's hard enough to face the suffering that has been inflicted by others, but deep down, many traumatized people are even more haunted by the shame they feel about what they themselves did or didn't do under the circumstances. They despise themselves for how terrified, dependent, excited, or enraged they felt. In later years, I encountered similar phenomenon in victims of child abuse. Most of them suffer with an agonizing shame about the actions they took to survive and to maintain a connection with the person who abused them. This was particularly true if the abuser was someone close to the child, someone who the child depended on. As so often the case, the result can be confusion about whether one was a victim or a willing participant, which in turn leads to bewilderment about the difference between love and terror, pain and pleasure. We will return to this dilemma throughout this book.